Today, we've gathered here with immense joy and honor to welcome our distinguished personality, Padma Bhushan Srimati Sudha Murty, a luminary in literature, philanthropy, and social work. Her contribution to the society marked by her remarkable literal work and her selfless endeavors. Let's welcome our two buddies for our first buddy bench conversation, Dr. Sudha Murty and Mr. Gopi. Why do we have buddy bench conversations? Is because we are here to celebrate their friendship and make us a part of their friendship and have them as our buddies today and ask them as many questions as we want to ignite that curiosity in us, connect with them, and fulfill that bringing that community within them. Yes, children, are we ready? Before we start off with the questions and do something, we'll do an inaugural shadow play. Will we all watch the shadow play? And we'll all let Gopi watch the shadow play. Yes? Why shadow play? Shadow play because Gopi can't talk, but he does give in emotions, right? He does make us feel good. That's exactly what a shadow play gives us, right? Sometimes you don't need words to express it, but shadows actually tell us so many things. And we enjoy playing with our shadows, and we learn so much from our shadows, don't we? So let's watch this small shadow play for Gopi and Sudha Murty ma'am that our own children are performing for all of us. Enjoy that. You think through before you ask those questions in this time that you have for your shadow play. Yes? Okay, thank you.
Here we are, living in the moment. And here we are, dreaming in the open. Now look around, isn't this a new day? Make a move, doing things a new way. A new way. 'Cause this is our world, and this is our time. These are our plans. We're gonna let them shine. This is our place in the human race. And we won't stop dreaming. No, we won't stop dreaming. Look ahead, we can see forever. You and me doing it together. Light it up, we can be a million stars. Look at us, don't you see we've come so far? Yeah, we've come so far. 'Cause this is our world, and this is our time. And these are our plans. We're gonna let them shine. This is our place in the human race. And we won't stop dreaming. No, we won't stop dreaming. Standing at the crossroads, feeling how the wind blows. We can soar above the clouds. Every moment is a heartbeat, and every breath feeling so sweet. And who can say what happens now? 'Cause this is our world, this is our time. These are our plans, we're gonna let them shine. This is our place in the human race. And we won't stop dreaming. No, we won't stop dreaming. This is our world, and this is our time. And these are our plans, we're gonna let them shine. This is our place in the human race. And we won't stop dreaming. No, we won't stop dreaming. We won't stop dreaming.
Good morning, children. It's good morning. On my behalf and Gopi's behalf, I say thank you very much for wonderful show. This is the first time I have seen a shadow play on Gopi. And thank you very much for making small Gopis. That exhibition I saw, everybody brought their own Gopi, with their own pet with the name. Very nice, very nice. Congratulations. More than you, I have enjoyed it. So Gopi says thank you. I'm very happy the concept of buddy bench following reason, Aishwarya. Number one, children must ask questions. If children don't ask questions, that means they are scared, or they don't understand, or they are not interested. You know, as a child, I used to ask so many questions, and that time there was this kind of concept was not there. Don't ask questions, people used to tell. And I always felt, you know, it's better to ask questions, clarify your mind, and your mind becomes very sharp. So I'm very happy that Aishwarya has introduced this concept of buddy bench, where children can be ask any question. I said, no curated, whatever they want, they can ask. Whatever they want. I will try to answer as much as I know. So what is the format, Aishwarya? Tell me.
Nothing. I'll just give the mics to each one, and then each one can ask a question.
What does Gopi do every day?
Well, Gopi's diary is like this. He gets up in the morning. He wants I should sit with him for 10 minutes in the morning. Cozy time with Gopi. He wants only me and him, no one else. After that, he goes for a walk. He comes back. Then they will brush his teeth. Gopi is very neat and clean. He brushes his teeth every day. Look at his teeth; they are so white. And then he will have his breakfast. Then he plays. He comes to my office. Then he will listen to some music. So again he goes for a walk. Then he plays ball. He is very fond of playing ball. Then night he will have his dinner, early dinner, and he sleeps. This is Gopi's day. He meets his friends sometimes, and sometimes he talks, sometimes he doesn't talk.
Few tips how to become a good story writer.
Number one, you should read a lot. You should read a lot to write something. You should observe a lot. Okay? And you should be sensitive enough to write. So, please, at your age, I used to write, but never published. Take a file, what you feel like writing, write it and keep it. And after some years, you'll be able to write it better. But start practice in a very young age.
Ma'am, how did you achieve Padma Shri Award?
Where are you, beta?
Babi.
How did I achieve Padma Shri? I did not do anything for that. I did my work and government gave me. I didn't do anything for that.
Ma'am, all the story you have written, is it real?
All are real.
All are real.
All are real. The way Gopi, they showed in a shadow play, the way Gopi goes and wants to catch a bird. The Gopi wants to catch a butterfly. Gopi wants to pull my pallu. They're all real. That's the reason you all like it.
My name is Sanvi, and why did you wanted to become an author?
Why did I become an author? I like to write. I like to write for children more. You know? And it is not one day. I practiced it for many years. I'm writing for the last 40 years. I started at the age of 8 or 10 slowly, but my first book came when I was 29 years old.
Ma'am, what inspired you to write this Gopi diary?
Well, this is a very nice question. One day, the publishers came to my office. They said, you write something new. I said, I don't have any idea. And there was a meeting and Gopi came and sat next to me. He said, why can't you write on Gopi? I said, what I should write on Gopi? Many people have dogs. So what I can write special? Then I thought, what Gopi thinks of me? I became Gopi in my mind. And then I wrote. I thought my first book may published, may not, but they liked it. People like you bought it. Then I wrote second. People like you bought it again. Then I wrote third. I said, after 3, I will not write. Now there is heavy pressure on me to write the 4th one. And now I have written on a 4th book, which will come in April or May. You are my inspiration. Because you read, I write. Suppose I write and you don't read, then what is the use? So you read, so I write.
How is your mindset before writing any book?
It depends. You know, I grew up with...
I'm worried they know mindset, ma'am.
They want to tell what's in my mind probably. Okay. I will tell you. If I'm writing, I grew up with animals. Okay. We had a horse in the house, we had a cat, kitten, dogs. Always, when I was your age, we had always dogs. So I'm comfortable in the company of animals. I understand their mind. My mind will be transformed into Gopi's mind, I write. If I'm writing stories for you, then I become 10 or 12 years old child and I think like you and I write. So it depends on what book I write.
How does Gopi show his love and affection to you?
He licks my hand and then he comes and sits on my lap. Then he brings his face and brushes against my sari. He puts his head on my feet and doesn't allow me to get up. So these are the different way of showing his affection. I'm very happy about questions.
Ma'am, which is your favorite book?
How many children your mother has?
Ma'am, two.
Ask your mummy who is her favorite child.
Ma'am.
She says both.
Yes, ma'am.
Like me, same. All books I like.
How did you support your husband by Infosys company?
My God. Who told you? Amma told you to ask this question.
No. I always see news and I get so many information.
I'm really impressed. At your age, I used to run to the kitchen to get more laddu. Okay. How did I help my husband to do that work? I worked very hard for Infosys when we started. We did not have much money. And I used to drive. I used to cook. I used to look after a guest. I will go and write a program in the office. I will keep the account, everything, because we were very 10 people only in that day. Today we have 200,000 people, but we were only 10 people in those days. Everything I did.
Ma'am, why did you choose a dog as a pet over other animals?
No, this was chosen by my son. Given a chance, I like dogs because dogs reciprocate lot of love. Unlike cat. Cats are also good, but they don't reciprocate love the way the dog does.
Who inspired you to write books?
To some extent, I will tell you, I want to tell all girls, all children here. My mother. My mother was a school teacher, and I was 8 years old or 9 years old. So every weekend she used to take us to park, some temple, some wedding. And when we come back, she used to tell me, Sudha, write 25 lines, what you did on this weekend. I was a very lazy person. I said, no, I will write tomorrow. She said, okay, you will get your food tomorrow. I was a foodie. I used to get scared, if I don't get my dinner. Then I used to write 25 lines. So the 1 year she made it compulsory. Every weekend I should write 25 lines. Later, she did not tell me, but I started writing 25 lines. When I became an author, I asked my mother, why did you make me to write 25 lines, whereas I have 2 sisters? She never told them. My mother told, I knew you are good in expressing your emotions in terms of the lines, language, words. So I went on writing for 1 year and later I started writing on my own. So I asked my mother, she told me, knack of expressing your emotion, and I made it compulsory for you. The credit should go to my mother, who made me to write when I was very young.
How is Gopi so special to you?
He's my heart. I just love him. Gopi cannot speak and he loves me 100%. I just love Gopi. How many people have pets here? All of you love your pets so much, right? Yeah, that's okay.
Ma'am, if you didn't like a golden retriever, which dog would your son choose?
Any dog is fine for me. A street dog is fine for me. You know, Gopi has 2 adopted brothers. One has 2 legs, other one has 3 legs. Gopi has 4 legs. Any dog I like because the characteristic is same. Love and affection.
What are the qualities of a good writer?
Number 1, a writer should write in such a way that reader should feel as if it is happening to them. Second, a writer should write in smaller sentence than large sentence. Number 2, a writer should write in a simple English so that you don't have to stop reading.
Who inspired you to be an engineer in boys' hostel?
Not boys' hostel, boys' college. Who inspired me? I was very fond of science, applied science. So I took engineering. Probably great engineers like Vishweswaraya, when I look at their life, what they have done, I always liked engineering. That's maybe the reason. But not one person as such. I myself decided.
Ma'am, were you nervous when you wrote your first book?
I was worried, not nervous, because I thought who will publish it. I was young.
Ma'am,
Ma'am, you should explain the difference between worry and nervousness to my children.
Okay.
That's my question.
Okay, it's a tough question, but I'll answer. Worry is, you are not, you don't know whether they will do or not. That's worry. Nervous is, I can't face it. You should never become nervous in life. Your ma'am herself is so courageous. In life, you should face the difficulties. You should never become nervous. Okay? When there are difficulties are there, you should say, I will not run away. There is an examination. You, I am nervous. No. I will work hard. I will have courage. I will appear for the exam. That is courage. Courage is against nervousness. Worry is, it happens or not. Uncertainty is worry. Uncertainty is worry, and opposite to courage is nervousness. In life, you should have courage. But their life is also full of uncertainty. Yeah,
Can Sudha Murty ma'am tell us a short story and we listen to that?
Yeah.
Yes, it's a good idea.
Well, I will tell you a small story. If you know, you should give me the answer. Otherwise, I will tell the answer. There was a rishi and his wife. A rishi was very short-tempered. His wife said, you should not be short-tempered. I will teach you how you should be calm, etc. He became calm. Then she told me, I taught you something. You should give me a gift. He said, okay, I will give you a gift. What gift you want? She told, I want a fruit which is sweet but not juicy and messy. I want a fruit which looks nice, okay? Which looks nice. I want a fruit from a tree. Every part of the tree should be useful. I want the same fruit which should come only once in a year. I want the same fruit which you have to take to the temple. Without that, you can't go to temple. Tell me, what is that fruit? Coconut, one answer. Another answer. Apple, second answer. Banana, third answer. I will answer this. I will answer. It is not banana. It is not coconut. It is not apple. It is banana. I will tell you why. Coconut doesn't. It's not. It comes every 3 months. Whereas banana, bunch of bananas come for a tree from a banana tree once in a year. Banana is very good to look at it, yellow color. And it is not messy or juicy. So, it is the banana. Every part of banana tree is useful. It is leaf. It's a stem. Everything, it's flower. So, it is a banana. Okay, I'll tell one more story. Small stories. Which season you like? All of you, give me one reason. Summer. Winter. Some people say summer is good, some people say winter is good, some people say rainy season is good, okay? Okay, listen to me. Once all people went to God and told, oh God, we like summer a lot because in summer, mangoes. There's no school. You can go for holiday. You can meet your cousins. So they said, summer is the best season in the year. So throughout the year you give us summer. God smiled and said, okay, that is fine. You take summer, entire year. First few days they enjoyed and later they did not enjoy. The temperature was high. All the weddings were over. Mango fruits were over. It became very warm to stay. They said, no, summer is no good. 3 months was okay, not more than that. So they went back to God and said, oh God, we want rainy season. It is nice. Everywhere it is green. And there's a lot of water around. We want rainy season. God smiled and said, okay, this is also good. So he gave them, throughout the year you will have rainy season. First 3 months they enjoyed. There was no heat. There was beautiful waterfalls. There was rain every day. And after 3 months they realized there was nothing to eat because no seed could stay. The rains will wash away all the seeds. Oh, there are no trees. There are no vegetables. They said, it's very hard. And it's too much raining. They can't go to their friend's house, anybody's house. They went back to God and said, we don't want rainy season. We want throughout the year only winter. It is nice. God smiled and said, okay, that is also fine. First 3 months enjoyed because there were, winter fruits. It was cozy. Sit at home with Gopi. Sit at home with Amma's pallu. Everything they enjoyed. After 3 months, they felt it is so cold. They can't go. They can't play. They can't see the flowers. They can't get all the vegetables. Then they went back and said, we don't want. Then God said, that's the reason. Anything too much is too bad. That's the reason I make 3 seasons, 4 months each. Summer, winter and rainy season. So please remember, in life too much is too bad. Everything should be proportionate. How is this? Nice? One more last story I will tell you. This is a true story. This is not false story. This is not imaginary. There was a lady by the name Hirakani. Some people may be knowing this story, but I will tell for others. It happened in Maharashtra, a place known as Raigad. Anybody who speaks Marathi is here? Okay, any teacher is here who speaks Marathi? Yeah. You ask your mother may be knowing this story. There is a place known as Raigad in Maharashtra, where Shivaji Maharaj, Shivaji the Great, was the king of that area. And there was a fort. He lived in a fort, and there were a lot of steps to go to the fort. And there was a big door, and he used to lock it in the evening, open it in the morning. Sunrise to sunset, there used to lock it. And there was a girl by the name Hirakani. She had a small baby. And every day she will feed her baby and take yogurt, curd, milk, butter, everything on her basket, on her head, go to the fort, sell it, and you get the money. The baby used to sleep in the afternoon, evening she will come back. This was her routine every day. One day, she was talking to her friends and she forgot the time. She crossed 5 minutes after sunset. She came running to the main door. The door was closed. She did not know what to do. She requested the doorkeeper, security man, please allow me to go in. Go out. He said, no. This is the order of the king. We cannot open after sunset. She said, my child is alone. The child will get up now. I can't give milk. There is nobody at home. They said, no, we can't do anything. And she was a mother. She was really worried. My child will be alone. Her husband was in army, so there was nobody at home. Then she went around the fort. It was huge fort. It was built. There was not a single place, a small place to go out. Then, and it was getting night. She saw between 2 places, there was a small, and she was thin also, small place was there where one person can pass. And she said, in case I go from here, there are no steps. There's a big forest below that. She said, if I jump from here, what will happen? One is, I may break my knee. Second thing, if I fall on the trees, I may survive. Let me take God's name and just jump, because I can't withstand the idea my child is alone at home. She took God's name, just passed through that small hole and jumped. Fortunately, she fell on a treetop. She got down and went home and fed her child. Next day morning, as usual, she came to the fort with yogurt, curd, whatever, milk, everything. The chowkidar saw her and he was surprised. Yesterday night she was here. How she could go back? There is no way anybody can go back. He went to the king running and said, sir, Hirakani was here in the night and she came in the morning like this. Shivaji Maharaj called and said, how did it happen, Hirakani? She told, I am a mother. Mother's love is limitless. Mother's love is unconditional. Mother's love is the real love in life. So I loved my child so much. I took a risk. I may break my knee, but somehow I can reach home. I took a risk and jumped from a small hole so that I can reach home. He was very happy. He said, mothers are the greatest in life. Please remember, all of you, clap for that. Your mother does so much for you. Your mother does so much for you. Gopi, you go and tell your mother, thank you very much, Amma. You do so much for us.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Tell me.
Why are friends so important in life?
Friends are very important, I will tell you. You can share. When you are happy, if you get, a piece of cake, you eat alone, you don't feel happy. You share it with somebody whom you love, you feel happy. When you are difficulties, your leg is paining, but you want to tell someone, put your hand on that, I feel nice. So you should share your difficulties and your happiness with somebody. That somebody could be your brother, your sister, but No, give him water. Go give Gopi water. Okay. But a friend is a person who is of your age, your class. And sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. To share your difficulties, to share your joy, you require good friends. See, I am now 73 years old. I have lots of friends with whom I can share my difficulties.
I'm also one.
Huh? You are the younger one. You are the younger one. I like people who share. Sharing reduces your tension in your mind. Sharing makes your heart happy. For that, it is not in one day you become a friend. You have to give and take. Today your friend get upset, you should not get upset. Tomorrow you get upset, your friend should not get upset. Yeah, and this friendship will remain if you understand each other for lifelong. I have friends from primary class, I have friends from high school, I have friends from engineering college, I have friends in my work. I have acquired friends in my journey like Aisshwarya. So please always make new friends. Don't leave your old friends.
Today we have children from Apollo, NHPPS Unit 1 and Unit 2, ma'am. They were making friends with each other before you
Very
came.
nice.
We're trying to have different age groups. We have 2nd standard, 3rd standard, 4th standard, all combined together in our session today.
Very nice. Make new friends. Don't forget old friends. Give and take. Don't get upset for small things. It happens sometimes, But when you're upset, no, sit down 5 minutes. Deep breathing, you do or put your hand on a gopi like a pet. All will disappear. So make friends. Share everything. You will be a better person.
Why is it important to listen? Like my children today are so eager to ask questions, but they forget to listen, right? Didn't we all do that, children? But why is it so important to listen in a class, to listen to someone, is my question. And we'll all listen to this?
See, in enthusiasm, you are all young. In enthusiasm, everybody wants to ask questions. Listening develops patience. Today, most of you parents and you have laptop or you have mobile, you have many electronic gadgets at home. By that, you get your reward. You press a button, you see something. By that, your patience level has come down. Patience pays in life. Patience always pays in life. So you must learn to have patience first. Once somebody is talking, if somebody has a knowledge, if somebody is giving something, their experience, it is important to listen to that first. When you listen, you will learn. Patience and listening to someone always pays in life. I listened to my mother. My mother said, you have to write 25 lines. And I wrote 25 lines. If I would have said, no, I will not write. No, my mother made it sure that I will write 25 lines. And that made me an author. And whenever, my parents told something, I always listened. And then I will do, at the end, I will ask questions. I always ask questions. It's not what they said is 100%. Let me listen and ask the questions. And I told my children, when I talk, you listen. After listening to that, my talk is over, then you raise your hand, and because I was also a teacher, you ask me questions. While I'm talking, don't ask questions, because you stop my experience or my way of telling you. I will listen to you after my talk is over. So that's the reason patience and listening will help in life.
Thank you. Did we all listen to that, children? Thank you.
Yeah. I was touched actually by so many Gopi toys and shadow play. I'm really thankful to Aisshwarya and her entire team giving this opportunity for me to learn. There is so much for children we can do. We can develop them in a very young age. And I wish I would have known this when I was young.
Thank you, ma'am. You have come here to inaugurate our first show. We hope we do the 100th show back with Gopi and you, with many more stories like this, with the next batch of children, with more questions, with more curiosity to do, and have a big community like this. Thank you so much for having.
Thank you very much. And you call sports person, someone, everywhere, different type of people, so that children will be introduced to different personalities.
We will.
And it's a new scheme. I would recommend all schools should follow this kind of a thing. That introducing a new personality to children, removing their fear or nervousness, giving them this another way of giving courage and confidence. All the best, kids and the teachers, my own fraternity. Okay, thank you very much.